So good morning, guys. I'm out here at the fishing hole, hoping we can get onto some fish. But this isn't a fishing video today. I actually got a backpack to show you. For those of you guys who are Alice Pack fans, I have the Turkish military Alice Pack that they have, and it is compatible with the Alice frame. I'm going to give you a couple of close-ups. We'll talk about the differences, and I'll even add in some photos of the US Alice Pack just to give you guys an idea of what's what. But I think it's a pretty good pack, and I'll break it down for you here in a second. Sorry guys, here we have the Alice Pack. It looks just like an Alice Pack, woodland camo, but this is not the US Alice. This is actually the Turkish surplus, or the sometimes you hear it called the NATO Alice. So basically, we'll go over the few things. The compression straps are exactly the same as the Alice, same buckles and everything. Now it does have the same old 3 pockets with the pass-through with the fingers. Pop that open and closed. That's 2, and number 3. I have found them to be slightly smaller than the US Alice Pack, probably by about a ½ inch in diameter. So when you pop them open, still got the same snap with the pass-through. I'll give you all close-ups of these as we go along. So I do have my canteen cup in my Nalgene canteen bottle in there. That fits quite nicely. The cup actually fits around in there really nicely in the inside the pocket itself, but it gets extremely tight when you get up close to the edge of the pocket, and you have to kind of wiggle it out and fight it out. But it does come out and it does go in. But I think it's just the edge here that seems to be tighter than the US Alice Pack. Not 100% sure, but I still can't fit the same amount of gear in there. So we got that. We've got in the other side, I also have my med kit that I normally keep in my other Alice, and so on. In the other pocket, got my possibles pouch and a few other things. Nothing really has changed all that much, but what has changed is in the NATO kit there isn't a pass-through at the pocket here, which I find kind of sucks, because I like having the pass-through. It's a good spot to actually carry an axe, but in this case I have found a solution for that, and I'll show you that in a minute. So one of the major differences in this pack is it doesn't have the pass-through at the pockets where I'd like to carry my axe in there, but this one doesn't have that. But what it does have is an additional 2 side pockets instead of the webbing that would be on the normal US pack. So these pockets on the side are quite large. I'll go ahead and open up this side here for you. I've got the Silky Gomboy 240. I've also got 1 pound of bank line. So for any of you guys who use and buy bank line, you know how thick this stuff can be, and how round it is. It's a good 3 inches in diameter. So you could probably fit in here a nice 3.5 inch, maybe 4 inch diameter water bottle. I would say probably around 3 inches for sure, maybe 3.5 inches. So on the other side, I've just got a couple of extra things. I've got my rocket stove, ferrocerium rod, some pliers, and I had my bait in there earlier on, but I took it up to do some fishing. Let's get this main compartment open. I'll show you what I got inside, and we'll set up my chair so I can get off my knees. As you can see, it attaches the exact same way as the other Alice Pack. It's got the padding in the front here, got your pockets, your attachments, everything is exactly the same for the setup. Let's get her open. All right, so on the inside, everything remains pretty much the same. I've got my fuel in here for lunch. I've got a bun. Got my 12 centimeter zebra billy pot. Some fishing tackle. Mess kit. My chair. and my sonar. That's pretty much all I got in there. Now hopefully you'll be able to see this. For those of you who have Alice packs, the Turkish version has a slightly different buckle for the radio pouch, but the radio pouch is the same, and it's just one big bucket in there, and that's it. So that's basically the pack. Now this pack did not come with the Molly 2 straps. I changed these out myself. They came with the standard Alice pack suspension system, and it's horrible. And they actually had a whole bunch of when it arrived, they really kind of smelled bad. So I cut them off and I removed them. I made sure they could never be used again because they smelled so bad. But flip the pack over onto the back. You can see it attaches the exact same way the US Alice does. It attaches to the 2 points to the frame. Everything slides in nice and tight. It could be used with or without the frame as well. You've got the little loops with the really thick and durable nylon webbing. The material on the pack, it's hard to tell if it's the same as the US Alice or maybe slightly less durable. Maybe the other one is about the same. It's hard to tell when you feel them, but it just feels like the one on my US Alice is a little bit more stiff than this. And the inside, the flap on the US Alice pack also has some rubberized material here, although mine's completely worn out. This one does not have it, but when you open up the top pouch, it seems like it's rubberized or latexed or something on the inside. So I believe it to be somewhat waterproof anyway. So on the inside of the pack as well, it's kind of got like a sticky, plasticky feeling to it. So it seems like it's been sprayed with something to help keep the water out. So that said, that's pretty much the Alice pack. So there you have it, guys, the Turkish Alice pack. Which one do I like better? I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the webbing on the US Alice pack on the sides. I would prefer to have pockets like this one. But on the Turkish one, I'm not a big fan of not having the pass-through by the pockets here. That kind of bugs me. But I mean, what I did do was, in the stitching right here, I popped some of the stitching out, and I can actually slide an axe handle down in between the two pockets, which works quite well too. But all things considered, when it comes to the durability of it, I think it's either just as durable or slightly less than the US one, but either way, it's a good pack. So sorry guys, while I was home, I did test the capacity of these packs. So I filled up one Alice pack with one stuff, and I transferred it into the other one to see if it all fit, and it did. So that being said, I guess it basically comes down to which do you like better. Do you prefer the pockets on the side, or do you prefer the pass-throughs on the pouches? That's about it. So very durable pack, very well built, just like the US Alice. This guy's going to last quite a long time. I purchased this off of Verustaleka, and I believe I paid 35 bucks for it. Maybe $40 with the shipping, 45 bucks with the shipping. I can't remember, but I think it's definitely worth it, and it's a good pack. Especially if you already have an Alice pack and you want to have some different options to carry extra water in the side packs and not carry a water bladder on the inside. It's totally up to you, but I'm definitely giving it a couple thumbs up. I think it's a good pack, and you can't really go wrong with Alice. It's an absolute warrior of a backpack, and it'll last, if it's already last somebody a bunch of years through rough use, it's going to last me, and then I could probably even pass it on to my boy later on. So that said, guys, quick look at the Turkish Alice pack. I'm going to get back to doing some fishing, and we'll see what goes on. So thanks for watching. You guys got to explore.